Alright, so I was meant to do this vid last week. I was supposed to record it and upload it the last week. Sorry for the background outside. That's a dog in outside barking. Yeah. So I was meant to record this, upload it last week. The thing was, I was pretty much sick that entire week, and I didn't feel like I could make a video on like this on such a topic like this. And like I said in my AW All Out review, if you want to go to my channel, you will say I upload it. In the end, I think multiple times that I did, especially at the end, specifically at the end. Actually, I said I will make a video on something like that, and it's one of the most dive into depth videos like this, and it's one of the most hardest ones I could make because when you talk about a topic like this, like you want to look at the situation and point to blame as one individual, that person. But the thing is, nobody, I mean nobody, is looking good coming out of this. Even the owner of the company, who is much as responsible for all this shit going on here. I will mention more later in this video. But right here, what I'm talking about, of course, is the CM Punk Elite Backstage drama after All Out, which pretty much took all the attention from the show itself. Well, I don't want to say all, but pretty much a good majority of this show. CM Punk was like a ticking time bomb that his head was waiting to explode. And on one night, it's so funny, 1 year with CM Punk, he came out at All Out last year, coming back, first match in 7 years, he came out a hero. 1 year later, he comes here, wins the world title for the second time. His dog Larry was there. His friend A Steel was there. It was a nice moment. But somehow, some way, he came out a villain. We got a heel turn, but not in a way you expect it to be. And in one instant, he took all the shine, specifically from that MJF return, and made it all about himself. Good fucking job, Phil. Jesus Christ. And and I thought maybe when he did that Mania scrum, I thought maybe it was particularly a working in the wings for his eventual heel turn. I guess not. And it's when you read stuff about this, the more that you read about this story, this drama, it's how could any be this work? Because how is anybody going to gain out of this? What's the potential gain out of this? This whole fucking drama that pretty much from over one guy. One guy. It's amazing how one tiny hatred thing can cause the biggest fucking shitstorm you ever fucking see. It's fucking amazing. And especially over a thing like this, where you both CM Punk, the Elite, the John Bucks, Kenny Omega, and to a certain extent, Jaime at the page, even though he wasn't there. I'm going to read some of the stuff that, because if some of you don't know, like this whole beef, like this whole thing started with the media when we see him on, like he wins the whole title. He had Tony Khan eat some stuff, and him eating as well. He comes to the media scrum. And he didn't, I don't think Barry talked about his world title win, the match itself where he got fucking hurt, like in strides it. He didn't talk about MJF. All he could talk about is fucking Colt Cabana, Scott Norton. Which, if those two on track, those two haven't been the best of friends in like many years. Apparently, there was some falling out. Apparently, Punk tried to sue Colt. I remember that story. It was so fucking weird. And apparently, when CM Punk came back, he's apparently there were some rumors that he himself claimed the Jumbo was trying to leak about him. Now wanted to do business, now wanting Colt Cabana, Oscar Norton, AAW, and the Jumbo reportedly fought with Colt Cabana for Colt to get back in the roster. And I think Colt Cabana's on the All the Rage roster brand, if I'm not mistaken. I think I remember him being added to that brand roster like months ago. So yeah, that whole started a beef, and I wonder if also that beef between Punk and the Boss also coincided Cody Rose leaving, which interesting enough how Cody Rose leaving, like, and I'm so glad he's made the best out of himself, like, yeah, in WWE of course, but yeah, it's so funny how him leaving, I saw that video the other day of him talking about this year being a conflict between SWW wrestler versus former AEW originals. How they're gonna be this so fucking clash of conflict, a clash of interests. And you're seeing all this unfold, especially specifically with this. It's fucking amazing how he could see what it was going. And here with Punk, like, Punk desire, like, at the original title, now would be a good time to talk about Eric Christian with Colt Cabana and talk about shit about Young Bucks and Heyman. So, like, so he talked about that and I'm gonna read what he said. It's 2022. I haven't been friends with this guy since at least 2014, late 2013. And the fact that I have to sit up here because we have irresponsible people as EVPs, yet who call themselves EVP, yet they couldn't manage a fucking target. And they spread lies and bullshit and put it in me that I got somebody fired where I have fuck all to do with him. The fact that I had to get up here and talk about this in 2022 is fucking embarrassing. Talk about, if you are a fuck you. If you're not, I apologize. But then he's going out to say, what did I do? That's what he claims. That's what he claims to be. And this way to talk about Jumbo. Here is what he talks about Heyman Adam Page. He calls him empty-headed dumb fuck. Which, if Heyman had not left the building, he would have been right fucking there in the Backstage altercation, which I'm going to talk about with Punk and alongside Ridley. Because he was as visual as anybody in that media scrum. Like, when somebody like Heyman he's talking about, who hasn't done a damn thing in this business, jeopardizing a $4 million house that this company has ever thrown face back. It goes on national level. So it does that. It's a disgrace to the industry, disgrace to this company. Now we far beyond apology. I gave this guy a chance. It did not get handed. You saw what I had to do, which is very regrettable, lowering myself to his level. And that's where we are now. So what happened is Heyman said to CM Punk in the promo exchange before Double or Nothing, he talked about Punk about workers' rights and how Punk showed the opposite since he came into AEW, and that he sometimes pitied at him, and that he will defend all elite wrestling from CM Punk, not even his world title at the time. And that apparently kind of threw CM Punk off allegedly. The fact this hasn't even been sold out since that promo that was months ago, it should have been fucking red flag how that wasn't going to end. This all wasn't going to end well. So that promo happened. CM Punk went away. He came back from on television from his foot injury that he suffered, I think in June. He comes and cuts a promo about Heyman. He cut a promo about Heyman Page, calling him out, but Heyman then came out and Punk said do something better and calls him coward shit. And that led to a whole fucking charade to the fucking locker room. And yeah, like the fact that this hasn't sorted out should fucking be a first sign how this wasn't going to end well. First hands, the Backstage altercation. Apparently, with the younger being angry, they kicked out the door of CM Punk's Backstage. I think Ace Steel was there. And Kenny Omega went along the alley. I imagine there were fucking lots of jail, a lot of arguing. And then, first punch was thrown. Many people claim it was Punk that further thrown. And it fucking went out of control. Fucking people punches thrown. Cher throwing at one of the Young Bucks. Punk's Larry. Punk star Larry was there. KMA tried to call him down. Like, KMA was trying to be the sensitive one and all of this shit. But fucking HD, a Punk's friend, pulls KMA's hair and fucking bits him in his fucking arm. Like, Jesus. And the fucking police came and oh my god, and tried to put a stop to this, but yeah, the old guys left that building, and yeah, so this is not a work. All it is a fucking disgrace and embarrassment to AEW. Like, nobody's looking good out of this. CM Punk had a fucking agenda. Instead of fucking talk to them, not rationally, backstage, off camera. Instead of doing that, he thought after winning the world title and be put into a media scrum that's going to see in front of the whole fucking world, he thought that would be a time to do it. In front, and by the way, sitting right in next front to the fucking boss of your company that look fucking scared as shitless while watching that. You can tell his facial expression told the whole story. And Punk just coming out and doing all this. Like, dude, you won a world title. You supposedly got fucking hurt in the match. You did not have to do all of this. You did not have to talk all of this shit. You could have leave it right out of the fucking off camera. Instead you do this. Oh my god. like, he took all the fucking attention from that show and MJF and made all about it fucking himself. Which seems to be his MO, apparently. And also with the John Boss, Kenny Omega, the Elite, like, dude. And to some extent, kind of the one thing I agree with Punk is like, he's working with children. And the Elite, then they're the fucking favorite. Act like children, they fucking kid out the door. Like, guys, you're fucking EVPs of this fucking goddamn company. You don't have to do all of that. You don't have to act like that. Maybe maybe Punk won't fucking throw a punch at y'all because of it. So fucking Jesus Christ. Like, and there's Tony Khan who bears responsible for most of this. Like, the fact that Heyman supposedly went business with himself on the promo on Punk before Double or Nothing, it made the fact that he didn't tell Heyman or Punk like beforehand of what they were gonna say, how they were gonna to say the words out loud, and how much they were gonna agree on those words. Like, the fact he didn't do any of it should have fucking known to him that none of this was going to end well. You should have fucking sorted this fucking problem out beforehand. The fact it wasn't out is fucking maddening to me. And fucking led through all this shit for months. That fucking led to this fucking shithole, this drama, backstage. This fucking, like, Tony Khan the fucking scares a look. Like, he let CM Punk talk shit about his roster. Half of them, him looking scared as a ghost, and he continued on talking about WWE running the same fucking show on Labor Day weekend, saying he's not gonna take that shit, while literally minutes away from him, he had his fucking locker room was falling apart by pieces. It's like, good God, like, and that's what happens when you fucking try to be a man for everyone, try to be one of the boys in the locker room, be friends with everybody. That should have fucking know that one of these things was going to happen one day, and it happened. Like, dude, instead of telling Punk, like, you should have told Punk, like, if you, like, I don't know how much he knew Punk was going to say this stuff in the media right next with him, but he should have fucking said, if Punk did those words without his permission, he should have told Punk not to say it. He should have called him off or tell him to get him the fuck out of it. Because it will make an embarrassment to that whole fucking company. It's fucking a shame. It's a disgrace. That's what it is. This whole fucking backstage drama, it's a fucking disgrace. And it's like, for Tony, and someone feel bad for Tony because on this content on TV, he has to create a trio championships, wait for Kenny Omega to come back, build a fucking tournament, build around the Elite. You gave it the trio style. You have CM Punk win the world title. Out comes MJF. Looking like that's going to be the top program for this next few months. Probably leading to MJF winning the world title. And then when you come to Dynamite, he has to strip the Elite and Punk their respective championships and act like nothing happened. And act like and forgot and play it like it never happened. which like I feel bad for him in some way, but he should have fucking sorted out this stuff months ago with Punk and Heyman, and to some extent Punk with Kurt Cobain now, where he was talking about when Punk still has a problem with Kurt Cobain apparently. He should have sorted this out. Instead he let all this shit go down under his fucking watch. And it's like, what do you do? This is going to be a legal step for Tony Khan as to, because it's going to have to affect of if Punk or the Young Bucks or Kenny Omega are ever going to come back. I mean, they're all suspended for now, all of them, all the in the backstage as well. A still he can go. The fact that I think he threw one of the shit and Biden, that should give him the fucking ass for the backstage. And he should let him go. But like, what do you do? Like, I know that Young Bucks sent out fielders to WWE appearance. I think that's a message to Tony Khan to say, if you're even thinking about stripping us to the EVPs and let us go, think again, people, because we will have no problem doing that. Which is like, at least Tony Khan should, I think he should strip them of the EVPs, because giving them EVPs, such a position like this, to one of your talents, was going to bite him in the ass someday. And that happened. And for CM Punk, like, what do you do? Do you let him go? Like, I think his contract runs up next year. I think. And he's injured and won't be back until like May, which will only have 3 months left on his contract, which is like, and I don't even know. You can let him rest or pull over guys on his way out, but I don't know if he wants to do that, and I don't know if AEW going to really pull off with that. So maybe you do a buyout on his contract, or maybe just let him go. But like, I think a buyout's more likely to go through some interest for that thing, for the company, the money thing. But like, yeah, I think that's what he has to do. Because the roster hates CM Punk, and Punk has to make a dance with them if he wants to come back. So yeah, that's going to be interesting months to see. And like, yeah, like Punk's gonna have to make a major match. He wants to come back. If he wants to come back. But like, yeah, that's going to be interesting to see. But like, yeah, this situation, it's a fucking embarrassment. All of them did not look good coming out of this. Punk is a fucking lunatic. Like, CM Punk is a fucking lunatic. The John Bucks, Kenny Omega League did not act like MVPs. And Tony Khan is acting like not a leader, acting just one of the boys in the locker room. And it's like, yeah, like, Tony, you're the boss, supposedly the boss of this company. Act like it. Do something. Do something that, if something like this tries to happen, you never let that shit ever happen ever again. Like, the Young Bucks came in as like EVPs, as like leaders of the company. And for CM Punk, like, dude, get over your hatred, Colt Cabana. Get over that shit and start making money for All Elite Wrestling, which you supposedly have been doing the past years you've been there. So do that and stop fucking worrying about Colt or Scott, whatever his name is. Just do not say it publicly in front of the fucking cameras where the whole world can fucking see it. Jesus, man. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say about this whole thing. Like, subscribe, tell me what you think about all this mess, this backstage drama in the comment section below. And as always, I'm Jason Marinius, and I approve this message.